Hi guys, hi, hello. Ooh, it's a big crowd. Yeah, I'm Nimisha. We had a lot of talent today, huh? A lot of diverse talent, yeah. I just want to say, you guys, it is so fun for me to get to do comedy for a brown audience. I love it. I love it because we have, I mean, all audiences are special, but we have this like shared culture. Yeah, it's okay, guys. Let them talk. It's like a wedding. It's like the pundits doing his thing. It's fine. It's fine. I know how to deal with this. But it's really special because we have this shared culture. And when I say some things, it's like a deeper meaning. You know, like when I say Taco Bell. Respect is palpable. Yeah. I mean, like, if any old person were to tell me they don't like Taco Bell, and they say, each their own. But if an Indian person were to tell me they don't like Taco Bell, I would ask them if they would like to try that again with some fucking dignity. Yeah, but I'm Nimisha, glad to be here, and I learned pretty early on that I have a unique, exotic name. It's so fun, it's just like a wedding. I have this unique, exotic name, and I learned that I moved here from India before kindergarten, so on the first day of school, you know, we're all sitting around our chairs, we got our name tags pasted to our chest. Oh, okay, fine. You want to do this? We can all do like a for like 5 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1. God, it's like some groupthink shit. Okay. So on the first day, I think some of you maybe relate to this. You know, it's we have our name tags on. Teacher is doing roll call. He gets to the J's, like Miss Jane, and then she just like squints. So all she sees when she looks at my name is like N, and at the end there's an A, in the middle it's like Chinese, even though it was actually English. But you know, she's like Nishima, and I explain it to her, and we go back and forth, and she moves on. And I'm like, oh, she's like, you have exotic name, miss. Okay. And then eventually there's like another kid in the room, and she gets to him, and I see his name tag, and I'm like, that is a unique name. She's never gonna get this one. Geofrey. I look at that, first thought I was like, giraffe? No, I squint. Geofrey. So, teacher goes up to him, and she's like, oh, Mr. Jones, prefer Jeff or Jeffrey? What? Is that how letters work here? Because if so, I'm missing some basic concepts. I am really missing some basic concepts. How am I going to get Harvard? Fuck. So yeah, a lot of learning early on. I remember being at my friend Navia's house when I was young, and we would normally just like play Super Mario together, but one day, here we go, again, relatable, so whoever. One day we're playing, we're just hanging out, and the neighbor lady comes over, and actually she turns out that day she's gonna take us out on an outing to go on a hike. And so I'm like, what's that? What's the hike? Why are we doing that? Why are we going on a hike? And then Karen explains to me what a hike is. And so I'm like, okay, so why are we doing that? Why are we going on a hike? Do you not have a car? Can you not afford a car? Are you a poor person? But we proceed to go on this hike, and it's, you know, at the way in, but at the top, I hear my favorite words. Snack time. And I'm pretty curious at this point because I'm like, I wonder what white people carry around as snacks. Like maybe mozzarella sticks? She pulls out some bags of trail mix and gives it to us. And she pours some out, pops it in her mouth, and just chews it up. So I do the same thing. Didn't understand it. Didn't understand it. But I'm curious, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna try this one salty peanut. I'm gonna try salty peanut. Pop it in my mouth. Here's the thing about trail mix. If you ever have any of those ingredients on their own, like when you eat that solo peanut, it becomes very clear to you, it becomes so obvious that this is a third-class peanut. That this is like the lowest quality of peanut that exists. Like this peanut is 3 years old. It could only have gone to like elephant feed or trail mix. Yeah, trail mix. And then, so I'm like, alright, I'm trying a raisin. And the raisin was even more rough. Because, it sucked, but then also, it was like coated in the dust of all the other stale elements that got stuck in its grooves. And as I ate that raisin, I had like a breakthrough moment in language comprehension. So I looked at that trail mix and I was like, I get why they call you trail mix. Because it's like a bunch of shit people picked up off the trail and just mixed together. Learning. What else? I mean, speaking of the environment, great transition, I know, but for real, the environment is something this is a serious topic, right? Especially in SF, sustainability, okay? And now there's this new trend called sustainable fashion. So what that means basically in practice, how that manifests is that trendy chicks are buying vintage Levi's. Buying vintage Levi's left and right. And the way it works is like, I'll buy the Levi's from the store because I can't afford to buy them used. And then like I'll upsell them to you for profit, and then you'll wear them, and maybe like sell them back to some other site and buy a new pair, and then like blah, 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 blah. And here's the thing. When you really look at that, it's not very sustainable, is it? Would you guys call that sustainable fashion? Because we're still moving inventory, okay? We're still trucking around stuff and washing it. So the thing is, I consider myself like a closet macroeconomist. But I consider myself, smart. So I was like, why is this the case? And I thought about it, and I was like, the reason Levi's aren't sustainable is because they're not designed around our diet. Did someone just like scream to get it quiet? It's really passionate here. So the Levi's are not designed around our diet, guys. And I mean, we literally had to invent a new diet to go with the Levi's. It's called the Special K Challenge. Slip in early. I mean, if there were no Levi's, it wouldn't even come close to being called Special K. At best, it would be like, okay. At best, maybe just like K. Here's the thing, guys. This is where it's so interesting to compare cultures. Because if you go to Southeast Asia, they approach this thing very differently. Because they start with that question. What is our diet? What do we eat? And the answer they found was a lot. We eat a lot in India. And so for the women, what they wear is this one long piece of fabric called a sari. It's one size fits all. You get a bunch when you're married, and then you just keep wearing them until you die. Same ones. And for the top, it's a crop top. Because they were smart enough to know you cannot even try to contain the stomach. Yeah, and the dude's clothes. Anyone ever see the pants on Indian men's clothes? Yeah, stretch them out, they go out to here. Yeah, they do. And it's like, the name is, the spelling is like pajamas, but it's pronounced pyjamas. To remind you, you can eat as much pie as you want. Always fit in